there. Now after I've made my coral gloves, I'm going to make the tank top for underneath the apron thing. And after much ridiculous measuring of lots of different things around myself, I finally figured out sort of a block of fabric that I'm going to cut into somewhat the shape of a shirt. So I'm going to kind of think that this would be the bottom of the shirt, here would be the top, and then these would be the sides. I folded it over so that I don't have to sew one of the sides here. This bottom part is, I measured around my hips to the length of the shirt sort of thing where I wanted it to hang, and split the measurement in half, measured just that. The top I measured across the back of my shoulders where I wanted the tank top, the edges of the sleeves of the tank top to be. And the length I measured from the top of my shoulder down to my hip of the length of the t-shirt, or the tank top. And then I folded this over, made a block, and now I just have to kind of draw out the lines and cut it out. Okay, so here is the finished measurements for the shirt. I cut out the rectangle and measured in the arms and the neck. For the neck, I just took the circumference of my neck, added an inch, just so that it wouldn't be extremely tight, and took the diameter of that, measured it across, and then the radius for how low to go for here. Then the arms, I measured down how low I wanted the armpit to go, and how far in I wanted the straps to be. So it looks kind of big and floppy right now, but hopefully it'll turn out better as I cut it out and start sewing. As you can see here, I've unfolded the shirt with the wrong side out towards me, and since I have absolutely no idea what to do next, I'm just hemming the bottom edge here along the shirt, and as you can see, I've started some of them to just kind of show you how it looks hemmed like that, exactly like I did the gloves, except no elastic this time. And there you have it, finished bottom seam all the way across. And here I am sewing up the bottom of the tank top. So from how much I've done, only 3 more feet to go. Okay, got one seam done. All the way across. Okay, for the armpits, I cut a straight line up and down, like a 90-degree angle on all 4. Well, it was 2. And it left a square that I didn't like. So I took the 2 pieces that I ended up with from the neck, and I just laid one underneath in this direction, like so, underneath all this, and then I'm going to take a chalk and draw out the line that I want with a curve, where it just touches at these 3 corners here. So that way I get a nice curved armpit instead of a square one, especially since I'm going to see it in this costume. I want it to look as nice as it can. Okay, I got my 3 pieces on using the neck pieces from before. If you are doing this, don't do what I did. Just instead of cutting it square, cut it at a nice curve so that you end up with not so many stitches everywhere. So I'm just going to stitch across, down, and around, across, and maybe around. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to see how that turns out. Okay, now I finished putting together the rounded armpits, and it set me back about a half an hour, but now I'm hemming the straps and the arms, and also the neckline. For the neckline, I think wherever it crimps really bad, I'll just cut it and let it overlap, and that way I'll have a nice round neckline instead of a jaggedy one. Okay, pretty much every seam pinned up and ready to sew. Once I've sewn it, I will only have the straps and the sides of the shirt to sew together, and then I'm done. Okay, now with finished seams all along the top there, I'm just going to take the shirt and fold it over with the wrong side out. There you get the picture. And pin together the raw edge here that I haven't seamed. So I'm going to pin together that, and then as well I will pin together the 4 pieces of sleeve I have, pin those together, and then sew straight across on the sleeves and straight across on the seam on the side. And then we'll be finished. We can turn it right side out and try it on. Alright, here's the finished Cooro shirt that I made myself. It's worked really good, except the armpits were a little bit low, so if I were to make it again, I'd make small armpits for it. And also I'm wearing the gloves that I made in the previous video. You can also check that out. The link will be in the description. In the doobly-doo. So, there we have it, finished.